How much are you asking for it?
This will be 1,000 gold.
I could see so many useful things for this.
And that's a steal. Mainly because I stole it.
Do you have anything else from the place you stole from?
Well, I've stolen many things in my time. Not necessarily stolen. They're trophies for my
Permanently
family.
borrowed, I like to call it.
Yeah, it's not stolen. But you look like an uptight gentleman. On my adventures, I have fought many a foe, and this just so happened to belong to said foe.
So, you know, when I noticed when he reached in the bag and how tiny it was and how much he pulled out, I asked him, you know, what else do you have in the bag?
Real quick and common, I ask him, is that a bag of holding? In a whispered voice so nobody else around us hears.
Looks at you and goes, "Wouldn't you like to know?" And just smiles.
Because that's a badass bag.
You remember last time somebody said that, then smile.
Suddenly reaches in the bag and he pulls out this long sword. And he goes, "This is a Dragon Slayer."
So on the mention of that, I kind of like growl at him.
It's like, probably the wrong item to show you guys. He slows and puts it back inside. He goes, "I have a lot of magical items, but I travel a lot, so you're lucky you caught me in this town." Reaches in, pulls out a small gem, and it is blue. No, it's emerald. I'm sorry. It's an emerald. He goes, "This is an elemental gem. It summons an elemental. This one summons a water elemental."
So is it a one-time summon?
One time.
Yeah. That's why I don't have the matching set anymore. Never found a use for this one though. Huh. Throws it back in the bag.
Oh,
How much for that?
Well, that's gonna be around 5,000 gold.
Moving on.
where else do you travel?
I actually
Just kind of curious.
I travel around quite a lot. I've been all over here. I've been across the seas, in every direction. I've been on almost every landscape there is in this world.
We actually have something we're doing right now. Heading south towards the Ring of Fire. And a couple caravans going missing. If you'd like to tag along with us, might be something there.
He puts the immovable rod, he clicks it on waist level, and he just sits down on it.
I will say our last adventure was against a Minotaur in his labyrinth.
He goes, "Nah, those days are behind me. I'm now just a simple merchant, pawning my wares for my adventures.
So about how long are you going to be in town for?
I'll probably be in town for a week or so."
Just a week?
We need to get the stuff down because we ain't coming back before he leaves.
So we're going down to this caravan near the Ring of Fire, and we're definitely going to come across some amazing loot. If we come back and we have anything, enticing, I'd hate to see miss out on it. So can you stick around for like another 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Ruby Dagger. See if that piques his interest.
He kind of,
We
this
don't even know.
does
Just
kind of entice
No,
him.
it's
He
not.
goes,
Remember,
I can stick
Ruby
around.
Dagger, not the black.
I mean,
dagger.
this isn't the best spot for people to buy. Everyone here, I hate to say it, is a little poor.
The black dagger too. 'cause
I
it's
usually
like
only
attack.
take a week out of my travels to visit. I like it here.
So I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
Now that we're on this level, and I'm down, like,
She's on
You could
top
just-
of the rod.
he could just see my, like, eyes from here up, I'm assuming, over his tables.
He notices you're trying to speak to him, so he loves playing with his immovable rod. It's one of his favorite things to show people because it's. So he walks over and he puts it like right around your shoulders, like height, picks you up and has you stand on it with your hands on the desk so that you can see.
So you're saying
Oh,
she's
awesome.
sitting on his rod.
She's standing on his rod. It's a big rod.
Look how strong I can make it.
So I grumble a little bit, but at the end I'm kind of pleased about it. There's some things that I may be interested in trading you
Okay.
for. Do we want to go with the rod?
Oh, we're getting a rod. Whether you trade for it or I buy it.
But I want to know other things that you have. I can show you my items first.
He goes, well, I actually have quite a lot of magic items. That's kind of what I deal with. I collected them in my journeys. I collect them. I collect pretty things, shiny things. Things.
Me too. That's why I have these things.
Who better
But
to
I'm
sell
willing-
this stuff to than a connoisseur?
To let them go if you have something that I can benefit from. Aside from the rod.
He goes,
I'm,
well.
Do you have any books?
I'm looking, maybe. I'm gonna say this, and one of you is gonna get mad at me. I'm looking for a possible transportable tree. If you should have one, would be a magical item, right? And I'm like, this is kind of.
He like, I'm a man of gambling. I like to do things and stuff. How about you give me 1,000 gold and I pull something at random out of my bag? And you can have it.
Do you want to see my items first?
What's
We
not
can
really
talk.
having it, is it?
So what?
I said that's not really having it, is it? If we're giving you 1,000 gold, we're not really having it.
Ah, but you're not paying for the item, you're paying for the chance to reach into my sack.
That's
He
not you
reached-
guys, I don't have the money.
Because the only way to pull stuff out of the sack is we gotta know what we're looking for.
He goes, yes, but you see, I know everything that's in this bag, right?
Right.
So if I reach in and try to pull out everything, you can't pull everything out at once. It's going to give you something at random.
Can we pull something random out of the bag?
No, you
If
can't.
I say,
You gotta know what's in there.
He's going to be the one pulling it out.
oh, he's gonna be the one pulling out.
Yeah, but he if you guys want to do an insight check just to see.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts
Okay.
on him. He has to, I can read the thoughts of his creature. And if he has I assume he has an intelligence of 3 or higher.
Yes, he's actually very intelligent.
Okay.
He's part
so
elf.
I cast Detect Thoughts on him.
You're able to kind of hear an echo in his mind that's saying, you know, about kind of thinking about how much he loves adventurers. He loves to help you guys. You're the best customers. He's not a shady, and he's not thinking of
He
trying to
likes
trick
to
you.
help adventurers.
Yes, but he also has a gambling issue.
I agree.
So,
Okay.
Alright,
before you
I
go for,
would like to go first.
Well.
Here's
hold on.
1,000 gold.
Well,
wait,
wait.
before you do that, I'm gonna do one thing real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, since you are a gambling man, can we go ahead and, so I'm gonna use persuasion on this, can we go ahead and break that down into, about like say like 750?
He looks at you and goes, you see, 1,000 covers where you could win out, or I could win out. There are many things, wondrous items that are worth more than your wildest dreams in this bag. And if you pull one of those for 750, well, I might just have to kill someone.
Okay. 1,000 gold.
Okay. How this is going to work is there's actually 9 tables of magic items in here. I'm going to roll a d10,
Okay.
and then I'm going to roll the percentile dice to figure out what you pull out.
Okay.
Because every table is a percentile system.
Gotcha. Which table do I pull from?
5, 6. It's table, magic item table G.
Let's get the G spot.
He pulls out this beautiful leather armor. And he lays it on the table.
I do have leather armor. I'm proficient in leather armor.
You can wear leather armor? You're our spellcaster.
Yeah,
just
that would
remember
go
that.
against your stuff on it.
Huh?
Won't that like make it stop visible though sometimes?
I can't. It should be in the player's handbook.
I'm proficient in leather armor.
Yeah. So he pulls out, lays it on the table,
It's gonna be a little heavy.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
and he goes, "This armor is magically infused to be stronger than most leather armor. This is magic armor. It's +1 magic armor.
Is it bulky?
No, it's just it looks like just normal leather armor, except it has just like really.
Does it look like something I could fit under my robes?
Yes, but it's not going to give you the freeing motion of your robes.
It might hinder you.
It actually would draw. Because I don't think I'd be able to cast mage armor on it. Because I think it's without armor. Yeah. I'm not. I have to not be wearing
This will
armor.
give you the bonus for being leather armor +1 to your AC.
So it would go
So what's the thing?
11 plus Dex mod, which is +3, so 14 plus 1 will put me at 15 all the time. And I just have mage armor lying around in the event
In
that
case you lose the armor, it gets damaged.
Okay, I actually am very excited about this.
He goes, I lost out a little bit on this deal, but I like you guys.
Any other cool things about this you could tell me? Does it
It's you can do an Arcana check on it to see what kind of.
Arcana check? 6.
You just it's just it just seems like it was magically infused to make the armor tougher,
Okay.
almost.
So it's going to raise my AC to 15?
Yes. Look under
So-
Warlock.
Yes.
Make sure you look under Warlock to see if it hurts you at all.
So, I'm guessing because the town's too small, there's no like weaponsmiths or armorsmiths.
He goes, no, not around here. Any armor that you get, you have to get out.
I was more looking for like a weaponsmith because I wanted to get my whip silvered.
You want to get your what silvered?
Whip, I wanted to get it like inlaid with silver.
You have a whip?
Yeah.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
I don't have to try and do the
Yeah, 'cause I
thorn
can
whip
get-
anymore.
He goes down in the city, south of here. I don't know if you know that there's a city down there.
No.
Because you guys haven't told
Yeah,
him
I'm from
about any of your
overseas,
business.
so
He goes, it's a little bit bigger than here. They shall have weaponsmiths and everything. Plus, a lot of dwarves live there, so they should be able to help you out just fine with any kind of rock, mineral, however. He looks at you and goes, and your wares that you want to pawn off.
Can we make a deal once you look at this? I've had it for a while and I've been kind of nervous to give it to anybody else. Kind of seem like a person that would be interested.
What are you?
I'm gonna show him first the jeweled dagger.
The
And I
beautiful
have
jeweled one?
the one that wasn't really
Did
magical at all. It's just
How much did we decide on the price of that?
500.
500. He goes, you give me that in 600 gold, and I will let you reach into the bag.
but if I reach in,
Well, I will reach in for you, of course. But you can pull random.
and then do I have to purchase the item
Well, you were giving me 600
without the 600 gold for the item that
and
comes
the
out?
and the item, and then yes, whatever comes out is yours.
I have no idea where I got leather armor proficiency.
Drow, Elvish.
What if I had another item?
What item?
And this one I'm really nervous to pull out because I haven't looked into it at all, but I know that it's magical.
Okay.
It's gonna be that black dagger.
You gonna put it on the table in front of him?
No,
You
I'm just gonna hold it out.
to him. He goes, lay it down.
Last time I let go of this, it turned around and
I'm nervous about it because I've just
I
recently.
think I know what it is, but I need you to lay it down. It's not gonna harm you.
I'm like really nervous because it scared the shit out of me last time. But I gently lay it down and then I jump off of the thing, like hide behind the table.
When you kind of get off the table, it spins so the blade's pointed at you. He goes, oh dear.
Like, I'm down underneath. Like, I don't want to
But
see what it's
the
doing.
blade is just...
It's just following me. I don't want to see. So, what'd you like it?
He goes, seems you've come across the cursed dagger. Where did you find this?
There was an incident with a fella, and I tried to help him, but this dagger hurt me.
This dagger will curse anyone who willingly takes it.
Well, what kind of curse are we talking there, big fella? 'Cause
It will do everything it can to harm you when it gets the chance. If it's thrown, it'll use the momentum to come back. Whoever grasps the handle willingly is the person it marks.
so you're probably not too interested in this.
I will take it off your hands. Not literally. But I'm not going to grab it, of course. Only problem is if it escapes where I put it, it will find you somehow. Until someone willingly picks it up. Why are you smiling?
Yeah, seems how I don't necessarily want a sneak attack from a dagger. Not that I don't trust you, of course, but I'd rather keep that close.
He leans in really close to you and he says to you in Gnomish, the best way to get rid of this dagger is to sell it to some poor sucker on the street. For cheap. Now,
So I just nod and shuffle
you just
the
take the dagger,
dagger
and
and put it back in my bag.
But would you like a random item out of my bag? Or would you like to work to get this wondrous beauty? And he starts doing pull-ups again.
Well, see, I can do something, but that would be against my character. I'm not going to do that because I can't do that.
Oh shit, why am I telling you? You're the good guy.
No, you can tell me that, and that's on you, man. I mean, I'll avoid you that later. But
So, I'll give you the 600 gold.
something I would do if I was not a good guy.
I'm still curious on if you have a tree. A tree that can turn, a thing that can turn into a tree, a pod that can make a tree, a live tree. Sir, I just want
Did you
a tree.
realize you have a magic
Bean.
plant, like
Which you have yet to
I'm
plant.
not thinking that right now.
well, that you can plant like tree seeds into.
I happen to think of it and remember that when we get back, we need to have her plant the magic bean.
I'm just focusing on this right now.
He says, "I do not have anything of that sort."
So would you happen to have any, aside from that Dragon Slayer sword, any other halberds, pikes?
Halberds or pikes? Ooh, you guys don't know much about this guy. You just don't question.
Seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
I mean, because you read his thoughts and he seemed pretty cool.
But you don't know that.
So I don't know that.
So we don't know about this.
I didn't speak of anything.
You don't know I read his thoughts.
He pulls out a javelin.
So, okay.
He goes, "This beauty. You throw it at someone, it'll come back to you."
Whoa! We got a dagger like that.
Ah, but this one doesn't try to attack you. It comes back handle first, so you can catch it, throw it again.
After it's already stuck into the person.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Be kind of
Cool with
cool.
those.
So it's like Thor's hammer.
Whose hammer?
This is a guy we know. Do you have any?
Because that would be
Warlock
perfect,
books.
Because I don't have any range. I don't have
Yeah, that'd be good.
zero range.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I looked into no possible range for a while.
Do you have any warlock books?
He goes, "I can't quite remember. I have kind of a lot of books in here. I can, by the time you get back, I can locate it. Maybe."
Do that for me.
Okay. So, how much would the, if I gave you that dagger, how much would the javelin be?
Oh, it's just a dagger. It's not the best weapon. But it is magic.
Wait, what's magic?
The $500 one. Not the black
No,
dagger.
he's talking about the javelin.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's like the ruby's not magic. We know that.
Because javelins aren't the best weapon. They're like a D6
Yeah,
plus your
that's my thing.
strength or whatever. You use.
I don't know where.
The dagger and 100 gold.
Because it's good for, but we do have a lot. I mean, you guys are both range.
Joe has javelins too, so might be able to sucker Joe into buying it for a lot.
So is Joe bigger than javelins, like for real? Or
He loves javelins.
Oh my god, he has 3 of them, and they're silvered out, and he uses them a lot.
Every time. Every time.
There's
He thinks the
always a
javelin
battle that
fixes
he uses a
everything.
javelin. Except for the Minotaur, he never uses javelin.
So does anyone want to reach into my bag?
I'm actually...
Or do you want this beauty? Well, he loves the immovable rod. It's one of his favorites.
I want the rod.
You want my rod?
I would love your rod.
yeah, I don't know what the javelin.
Well, here.
Here's
No.
1,000 gold for your rod.
My rod's a little bit more expensive than that.
You just said 1,000
It's
gold.
at 2,000. I think. I don't know.
You said 1,000.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 gold? Okay, yeah. You have 1,000 gold still?
I have 300, but we also have 1455, and I was going to purchase it as a group thing because we're going to use it as a group.
Like
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where that 1,000 gold was going to come from. The bag thing was my personal gold.
He hands it to you. Looks about.
Here's 1,000 gold. Where's the button on this?
On the two ends, it seems to be a lot of these immovable rods have this kind of, because it's not an extremely rare item, but it is rare. But every immovable rod that's ever been made has a different kind of creature or something on the ends. This one has 2 dragons. Inside the dragon's mouth, if you hit, there's a button inside the dragon's mouth that you just click, and it's able to be moved.
Okay. Thank you. Does anybody want to go in with me to do another thing? I'll toss my 300 gold.
And then you also, I think I convinced him to stay for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So we can come back.
So, I just nod.
I'm a gambling man.
Around
I have
the-
a problem.
Right. I just I tell him I'll come back
Also, hopefully he doesn't die.
and take the jeweled dagger with me.
Kind of like, his face kind of goes white for a second. He goes, I just realized I have a lot of like vials and pots in here that are just completely empty. You got lucky.
Oh,
You could have got like an empty pot.
I did get lucky. I realize that.
Do you have?
Like middle of the book. You're on like.
Do I
minutes.
have?
Spells.
It's part 3.
He's a very charismatic
Wanna go?
character.
That's classes.
But at this point, most likely using the. I'm climbing on the table. I'm on the table.
Yep.
Gently on the table, and I kind of watch his face
It's a sturdy table.
to be
I'm caressing
careful.
my
I'm
new
35
rod.
pounds, so I'm pretty sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
As long as I don't offend him.
What can I do for you, little one? Take no offense. I mean none.
No. What kind of stuff does he have? Like what little knickknacks, what little things?
Yeah.
Knick-knack wise, he's got little
26.
porcelain
Just
figures
a
of
26.
different animals,
Plus.
and there's crests
Strength
from the
modifier.
different towns and
4.
cities around.
So
There's even one of Harnick. But this is an old
Yeah.
crest from the olden days. And you do see a crest of like a
Are you
metal,
proficient in javelins?
um,
You're not.
kind of like a pendant for the cult of the Biomancer on the table.
So I'm like poking and prodding at things on
Yeah, you're just moving things around. In like the medallion section, you find the symbol for the cult of the Biomancer in the medallions.
So I tap between those two. Like I'm just kind of touching them. And I ask him where he found those particular two.
Looks at you and goes, "Oh, that's a funny story. So, my family I came from the city of Harnick, born and raised. You know, it's weird for an elf or a dwarf to get together. Obviously, you can tell I'm not fully elf, I'm not fully dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
They were outcasted by every form of society, and so they moved to the city of Harnick, where humans don't really give any shit about the...
It's a very open town.
Yeah, Harnick was, back in the day. And I was born there. And I went back and visited a couple years ago. Went to my old house in the Poor District, because we weren't the wealthiest. And it wasn't the Poor District back then. And,
How long ago? You said a couple of years?
yeah, a couple years ago. A couple houses, one or two houses had this symbol on them, which was weird. Which is the same symbol as here. But I went to my house and it didn't have it. I walk in and there's just 5 guys sitting at a table dressed in these funky robes. They tried
It's
to...
kind of strange. I don't think I've ever been to Harnick. Harnick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, weapons.
So I then dispatched these crazies because they're wild-eyed. One of them looked at me and told me to sit. Like, what? Who does that?
It's kind of strange. It's kind of a strange thing.
You
I think
kinda,
I've seen...
hearing this, you kind of know that they casted command on him and tried to get him to sit. Obviously, it had no effect on him for some reason.
It's kind of strange. And they told you to sit like an animal.
Right. Because anyway, I dispatched them thoroughly. I went back and visited again about a month ago. And more houses had the symbol on it, including that one. I haven't been back since.
You said
Looks like-
about a month ago, huh?
Not a month ago, I'm sorry. Like 6 months ago. Like,
A couple months ago. Because it took us a month to get
before someone let the entire city get overrun. This was before you guys even met. Yeah, it was the strangest thing. I hope they've been dealt with since then. Because I hope to return someday soon. I was actually thinking about going there next on my journey.
Well,
He is waiting for us to come back, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be waiting.
Yeah, he's-
I've heard some bad things. Like, we're dealing with the trade route right now here in this city, and I've heard some bad things coming out of Harnick, as well as down south towards the Ring of Fire. So I'd be careful if you're going up that direction.
Maybe we'll accompany you.
If you decide to maybe go, maybe we check along. But that, of course, we have other things to deal with.
That's fine.
Do you mind how much would you want for it?
For what? The pendant?
Mm-hmm.
Eh, 10 gold.
And the Harnick?
The Harnick emblem. Because that is near and dear to me. For me to part with it, 50 gold. I can get others. I have my sources. This is the, if you didn't hear, this is the symbol of Harnick from back.
I'd like both, if you don't mind.
Okay. So that would be
60, right?
60 gold. He says, I will wait here as long as I can for a few more weeks, wait for you guys to come back. If you ever need anything and you don't see me again, visit my uncle in the Fey Glades. It's sure it's a distance from here, but best way to find me. His name's
Wait.
in the Fey Glades. His name's Andarin.
And, you know, I'm sure he's already seen, like, my armor with all the, like, the platinum dragon stuff on it and whatnot.
He goes, you. I have something just for you. Reaches into his bag, and he pulls out, what weapon are you using? Like, what's your main weapon?
Greatsword.
Pulls out a greatsword, and it has the symbol of Bahamut carved into the hilt. He goes, I know you have a great sword, but this is pure gold and would do Bahamut proud for you to wield it.
That'd be awesome. How much?
I like you a lot. You said you'll be back. I'm sure you guys will be return customers, so 60 gold.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I'll take that for 60 gold. honor Bahamut and all that.
In Dwarvish, I ask him his name, because I think I might have missed the introductions when they arrived.
We didn't introduce ourselves actually.
He goes, "It's strange. I was named after one of the heroes of Harnack because, well, I don't like to tell people this. My uncle was one of the heroes, but my name is a priori."
It's a pretty sweet name.
Yes.
Oh.
I am Cypher.
Yeah, and I'm Torn.
Nice to meet you.
Tricks.
So the sword itself.
When you hold it,
Introducing ourselves.
it feels. You can feel kind of the power of Bahamut. It's a familiar feeling that you felt when you were first called to Bahamut.
Okay.
You don't necessarily feel it all the time,
Yeah.
but you feel kind of that energy come from the sword, like as if he couldn't understand it,
Yeah.
because he is not a follower of Bahamut. But you, being a devoted acolyte to Bahamut, the sword gives you a kind of bonus.
Okay. So do I just make like a religion check on that or something?
Yes,
or-
you can do either. Yeah, it would be religion.
Maybe what, plus 3? 13?
13. You realize that the sword is kind of calling you to deal out justice. Bahamut being all about justice, fairness, and him have called you to be his avenger, pretty much. Avengers is no. Okay, sorry. Out of game real quick. This sword, once a day, you can swear vengeance on someone who has dealt damage to someone in your party.
Okay.
That sword will use the power of Bahamut to do. What's the weapon die for that?
For my current one, it's 2d6.
The great sword is 2d6.
Yeah.
Okay. You will be able to roll 2d6 and then add an additional d6 to your damage.
Once a day.
Once a day. And as your level goes up and as you study more and
I think
become
level
more
5
devoted,
he gets an additional d6 and stuff like that.
yeah. So you add an additional d6 to your damage. Also, if you, and when I say whenever you hit that dude, it does an extra d6, but it's only one dude a day.
Okay.
Is there a reaction? So can he cast a hit die and then say he's going to...
It's pretty much if someone gets hurt, as soon as someone gets hurt, he can swear vengeance on that person or thing, and every time he attacks that thing, he'll get an additional d6 in damage.
Every time.
Every time he hits that thing.
That thing.
But
Okay.
he can only do that on one person a day.
Done. I
Okay.
like that. That's badass.
But it
So
will
I see.
only work in the hands of a true follower of Bahamut.
So like we don't get that. We can't touch it.
If you guys picked up the sword, it's just a normal great sword, it's just kind of pretty.
Thor's hammer.
That's cool. Alright. So,
He did not realize that because it was a newer acquisition that he had gotten,
yeah.
and he is not a believer. He's not necessarily a
Not
believer.
really,
He's
yeah,
not
it's not his following, so.
yeah, he's not
He's
called to
unaware.
Bahamut. So
That's why it was only 60 gold.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or, yeah, that's cool.
Are you buying that?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay.
Is Tinky still with us?
Tinky has been with you guys the entire time.
Oh.
Nobody notices Tinky.
Tinky is my favorite.
Stinky.
Side note.
BTW.
Side
She
note.
has a robotic owl that follows her around.
Yeah. So I have the Robo Owl. I have the mouse and the chipmunk.
I forgot about Tinky.
I'm very concerned with Tinky because I just Tinky is
Okay, so he tells you, good luck on whatever you're doing. I'll stay here for a few more weeks for you guys. I like this
anything we
town.
find, we'll go ahead and try to trade. See if it's anything that would, perk your interest.
You was telling him that you will look for stuff for him?
Yeah, for him.
He was like, yeah, just whatever you find.
Let's start heading south.
Towards, yeah.
I think we've got enough info.
Yeah.
Towards Ignore. How do you pronounce it? Ignore?
I think so. Ignir, I think?
Ignir.
Ignir.
So, obviously, since I can't carry these, well, I guess I can put it. Never mind. So I'm gonna put my other greatsword in the bag then,
Okay.
in case something happens. I was gonna sell to him, but I'm like, I'll use this one.
Yeah. Anything happens. I just carry a bunch of shit on me because I'm not like I don't trust the guy anymore. Mainly because somebody tried to sell my ruby dagger without my knowledge.
You don't know that.
I know. That's why I don't put anything in the bag of holding.
Joe, though.
True, however, is gullible. Okay. So are we going to take off? Are we all three together at this point?
Yeah, we're all
We're
three
together,
together
right?
heading south to do Batso.
Is there anything that you need to do?
Well, real quick before we leave, as we're turning away, turn back, and I said, you know, when you first opened everything up, you had those healing potions. How much for the healing potions?
He goes. There's 3 of them there.
Okay.
4. Yeah, it was 4. Sorry. I have just. They're about. He said he'll give them to you guys since you're going off to do something. He'll give them to you guys for about 50 gold each.
I mean, you gotta remember, I got heal abilities, but in case something gets serious, if I get knocked out or whatnot.
We'll take it out of the gold for the guild.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, I guess we can start calling ourselves a mini guild. 200 gold and 4 health potions.
Sir, I'm gonna take a health potion. You're gonna take a health potion.
We'll save 1 for Joe. So you're taking one of the health potions and putting it on yourself?
Yeah, I'll put one on me.
Alright, so I got 2 other health potions chilling. 3 health potions chilling in the bag of holding.
Where would I write that at? Right here?
Just wherever you want. Wherever you put like your stuff that you have on you. When we get to the caravan, I look at her and say, you know what? I was thinking when you were talking about the tree. Why do you ever plant that magical bean in the pot?
She's still fascinated by my scales, so distracted completely.
It's still in the bag.
Yes.
Oh, she heard you, damn it!
Yes, it is. I gave you the magical pot and the magical bean.
I sit down on the ground. I don't make any eye contact with you. And I plant the bean. And then I scruffle up some seeds from in the grass, which are dangerous, but I don't know what they are, but I'm gonna get some.
Alright, I need you guys to give me 4 quick classes right now.
4
What?
quick classes.
Classes. Top of your head.
Paladin,
Cleric.
Monk.
bard.
I play the harmonica already.
Yes.
And I'm like sitting around this pot. So like it's here.
Give me a nature check as well. Just to really give it some good.
14. Yeah, 14.
You plant this bean, it immediately starts to glow, the pot. The pot shatters.
Can I
Oh,
take
No!
10
The
steps
pot
back?
shatters?
Pot shatters.
Can I? Oh, wait, go. Okay, it's fine. I got mended.
I
got it.
fix it.
I can fix it!
Suddenly, a figure starts to grow. But
Okay.
it grows to about your height, Molly.
Mine?
Yes.
Okay.
And it stops.
This is what I'm I'm looking at it.
And it's kind of a humanoid in shape.
Oh.
It just stares at you.
What's his name?
It's humanoid in shape.
It looks at you like a baby. I will warn you right now, the first thing you say in front of it is what it will say. And the only thing it will say. Roll everyone. If you guys want a contest to see who gets to say the thing,
I get, yeah.
roll a d20. What'd you roll, Brian?
3.
Wow, you
What'd
all
you
suck.
do?
But
9.
so you can say something, or you can choose not to. For it, and this will be what it says. The only thing it says.
It's power right there.
I'm going to say I am Groot.
Stop it. He gets to choose.
No, yeah.